What's up, YouTube? It's me, the Artisan MC, and today I'm going to react to Secret Wars Episode 1 on Disney Plus. Now, just finished, literally just finished watching this episode, and I can say for the ending working backwards, I was wrong that Maria Hill was a Skrull, but I don't like that they killed her off. I like Colby Smulders. I do. She's fine. But Fury needs a second. Fury needs a second in command. He really needs somebody. And Maria Hill is an established character in Marvel Comics and the MCU. So Fury's right hands have both been taken out, be it Coulson or Hill. Her getting killed does put more stakes in this story and gives Fury a reason to get up to speed and get up on his game. But I'm still not buying why he's so off his game after he was dusted for 5 years. I mean, I don't know where this is falling in the timeline after the blip, but you have to remember that the blip is instantaneous for the person that goes through it. So in one instant you were nothing, you remember being pulled apart. The next minute you realize you're putting back together, and 5 years has passed. So Fury losing a step would not actually happen. It wouldn't make any sense unless you are maybe 2 or 3 years later when he has gone away and left Earth after the blip, after he came back from the blip and decided not to come back. Now, I don't know what the time frame is right there. I'd have to check into it to find out, but that's not making much sense to me, especially with him having a limp. Him having a limp is not making much sense to me either. Now, I was looking forward to seeing this series because I want to see Sam Jackson again. I want to see the further adventures of Nick Fury, and I want to see Emilia Clarke. Just saying. So I was fine with this show that we were going to get a more spy espionage type situation happening in the MCU, which I'm completely fine with. I think the MCU works best when it does genre movies with Marvel characters, as opposed to doing Marvel characters and silly just being a genre. That's not what it started as. When the MCU started, every movie was its own genre. It had a genre that it fit into, and they just marvelized it by putting a Marvel character into it. So this to me is possibly a return to form. The first episode is more so set up, a lot of exposition, which I don't necessarily like because to me it's like you are talking to the audience like they're stupid. You have to catch people up on what's been going on the last few years. So I get it. Like seeing Sam Jackson again, and like that he is putting a lot of his own personal touches on this. I believe he was one of the producers or executive producers on this. So you see Sam Jackson's personality coming through a little bit more in the dialogue and mannerisms and stuff that he says. And I'm fine with that. Sam Jackson has acted long enough to where if he wanted to start producing or directing, I'd be down with that. I'd be completely down with seeing him do that. As far as his version of Nick Fury, or this version of Nick Fury, I will wait to see what's what. Ben Middleton, like him in this as Talos, and I'm not understanding. We must have missed something on where his wife actually died. So maybe through this show, they will show how she got killed. Between the events of Captain Marvel and anything else he might have been in, which was nothing, I don't know where his wife died, and I would think that would be very important since it's connected to this group that they're chasing, and him meeting up with his daughter, Gaia, played by Amelia Clark. Now, Amelia Clark playing Gaia and playing Talos's daughter actually works with Amelia Clark being how small she is. She's not a big, tall woman. She's not really anything. So it does work with her playing younger. It does. Her getting mixed up in I don't know if you want to call it a liberation or whatever, a terrorist group. It seems like that's the cause du jour on Marvel streaming. It's always a terrorist group, but things happen after a blip. But in this, the Skrulls are, or a faction of Skrulls, are really just trying to cause dissent within people on Earth so they can get to fighting each other and then just take over the Earth, irradiate it a little bit so they can survive it and we can't. That could be a problem. Now, in this, there were 3 dirty bombs that just went off, which means, to me, it means that even if Maria Hill was not shot, her and Nick Fury are going to be dying of radiation poisoning. And everybody in that square at the time is going to be dying pretty soon of that. So, but maybe that's just my layman's understanding of how a dirty bomb works. But I think everybody just got irradiated, even the Skrulls, which in a sense should make them easy to find. If you can track radiation, it should be easy to find. Talk to Banner. What else did I like? I liked the little bit of cloak and dagger that was going on in this, and actually referring or having Nick Fury refer to himself as a spook, because that's what Nick Fury is. He is the super spy. He is the super spy. And I like the fact that in this show, we're seeing a little bit of people from his world that he interacted with. Hopefully we get to see more of those and some more, notables in there that may have shown up in Nick Fury comics or something like that, because Nick Fury was an operative for a long time. He was. In Marvel Comics, that's the guy to go to. He knows the secrets have secrets, and he knows them. And that's what I want to see from this Nick Fury as well. Now, this Nick Fury, being the ultimate version of Nick Fury, he should not really be that old. Now, they never played it up in the MCU yet, and they totally screwed it up in Captain Marvel, but Nick Fury having scars on his face from the damn flirking. But in Ultimate Comics, those scars came from Wolverine, and Nick Fury does have a version of a super soldier serum in him, which will keep him young and vital for a long time. Now, this version of Nick Fury in the MCU is older and limpid, and that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, which really leans harder into how much time has passed since the blip. And you should have put up, if you're going to tell me we're in Moscow, you should have put a time frame up too, so I know where and when this is happening. Per the MCU, things are supposed to happen in real time, like our time. So it should have been maybe 3 or 4 years since the blip and everybody came back. I'm not sure because they didn't say, but I think that's what it should be. I'm interested to see where it goes. The story is developing, but I am interested to see what else goes on with this, because they already set off the dirty bomb. So first objective is a failure. First objective is a failure for the good guys and a success for the bad guys. So we need to really understand what happens after this, because if this was the linchpin to start everything going downhill, then the show should pick up really quickly. It should pick up really quickly with people wanting to go to war with each other and the spooks on the ground trying to keep the Cold War icy and from heating up any further. But even in the first episode, you had 3 dirty bombs go off. I mean, that's Look, you're gonna need a hell of a cleanup crew. You better call damage control, because that's not a good idea. That's I don't know. There ain't no coming back from that, as far as I know. So that's it. But so far, I enjoyed it. I'm not really overly excited about it, but I did enjoy it. Like I said earlier, it took me 3 times to actually get through this much. And even right now, as I'm watching it, I'm putting off going to a call to actually get this reaction done. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one now. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. I've been artisanmc, and this is my reaction to Secret Invasion on Disney Plus. And sorry, stalling. I will see you guys next time. Peace.